That's okay. We'll figure it out. No worries. Thank you.
Well, Saul, I think, is going to take this
Well,
one.
this one, but then you
Yeah.
have that downstairs too.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be nice. So
Yeah, we're heading over to a property that my wife and I purchased a couple weeks ago. It was a transaction that was brought to me from an agent in the office. I always find the best deals that I buy usually come from agents' relationships, that they realize that I purchase real estate as well. So they give me a call and say, would you be interested in this property? This particular property is a 6-unit apartment building that was fully neglected by the owner. It was an unfortunate situation where she had health issues and was moved into an assisted living home, and the home ended up going into a kind of a probate situation. And in addition to that, from neglecting the building and taking care of it, it fell into a city program called REAP, R-E-A-P, which essentially is where the city takes over the building and starts collecting all the rents because there's so much deferred maintenance on the property. So my wife, Trisha, and I bought the building, and we're in the process of making all the corrections that the city wants in order to, bring it back to, good condition and allow the tenants to start paying rents to us directly. When the city took over the property itself and it went into that REAP program, the tenants are only required to pay half the rent per month, and that all goes to the city. So half of the rent, so the $1,300 a month units they're paying $650, the $800 a month units, they're paying $400. Once it's out of that REAP status, then it will go back to the normal amounts that they agreed to on their lease. So the way it works here in LA with multifamily, at least properties that are multifamily, I think built before 1978, are under rent control. So you're limited on how much you're able to raise the rents. Some of these rents are significantly under market value. So the way I look at it is not like, how can I just get tenants out of the building and raise rents? I want them, these are, good people with families. One of them's been there 17 years, raised her kid in the property. We have no intention in trying to relocate these tenants to bring in new tenants that are gonna pay a whole lot more money. Typically, I think it's 3 or 5% per year that you can raise it, inflation kind of numbers. But if a tenant leaves in the future and we're able to bring it up to market rent, some of the units now, like the 1-bedrooms, are renting for $800 a month, and market rent is something like $1,700, $1,800 a month. So, there's some big upside on that. But again, I think we're really buying this from the standpoint of, we want to make sure these tenants are happy. We're not coming from the approach of like, let's just get them out of the property and raise rents. We're happy with the numbers that the building's providing right now. So the work that we're doing, it's not a tremendous amount of work. We're repainting the entire exterior of the building. There's 2 units that are vacant. We are renovating those units, or at least one of those units right now. The other unit has the previous owner's belongings in there, and it's sitting in a conservatorship, so we have to wait till those are removed. A little bit of a tricky situation. And then we're going into each individual unit of the tenants and, making sure that everything is handled as far as any deferred maintenance and any items that they're requesting to be updated. We're trying to build a good relationship with all the tenants in the building and do the right thing. So the 2-bedroom units that we're renovating right now, we're gonna rent out for around $2,500 a month. Again, we're happy with kind of the numbers and the way that they're gonna work with just renovating the 2 vacant units and getting the property fixed up and ready to go. We'll hope to keep it for a long time. Yeah, so right now we're going there to check on the contractor. They're painting the exterior of the building. He's renovating one of the units. He's doing a new bathroom, new kitchen, doing some floors, some painting, go over some of the city required items that the city is making sure that needs to be done in order to get the property out of that REAP status. Now it's just getting ready for the inspector to come check the electrical and the plumbing, and then once he passes that, they can start, putting the property together.
Buenos días.
Buenos dias.
How are you?
Do you want a new air conditioning?
Yes, please.
Yes.
That is possible.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Thank
Okay,
you so much.
yeah.
There is 2 ones. There is one in
And the one in the
In
bedroom.
the back, okay. We'll get you a new one. It's too hot.
That's what I said. I said it's too hot.
I'm
Thank
sure.
you very much.
Yeah, of course.
God bless you for your help, though.
Perfect.
Thank
Perfect.
It's
you
the
very
floors,
much.
and I want you to have ACs.
Yeah, we'll get you the AC. I think he was very pleased because the previous owner really failed to take care of things. So his situation is a little sad. I mean, he lives in a property that's, the flooring is kind of destroyed, and, the paint was peeling off all the windows, and it just wasn't in good condition. So he was very happy to see that we came here, that we're willing to we're wanting to do the right thing and kind of help him out and fix things. So we just offered with him. He was complaining about the flooring. So we said, since we're sanding the floors upstairs, if you can take all the stuff out of your unit, we'll go ahead and refinish all the floors for you, because they're really in bad shape. So they need it. I think this unit will be done in 3-4 weeks. My contractor works really fast, and there's actually not that much to do here. It looks like really in rough condition, but once the bathroom's put together in the kitchen, which should be done in about 1.5 to 2 weeks, then it's just sanding the floors, painting, and then they're out of here. All right, so it's been about 6 weeks since we last showed you guys the property, and we're finally done. We're excited to show the inside. We passed the real estate escrow count program, the reprogram. The city's processing the paperwork. We have to pay some final fees, and once that's done, we'll be able to go ahead and rent the 2 units that are vacant. The unit upstairs, we did a complete remodel that we showed you guys, and the unit below, the owner just removed their stuff, so we're able to go ahead now and get that unit rented. Let's take a look. All right, now that we're completed, I'm just gonna give a breakdown of the numbers on this transaction to kind of give you an understanding of this deal itself. So we purchased the property for $1,060,000. We put in $65,000 into the rehabilitation and getting the property ready. That was painting the exterior, remodeling unit number 1 upstairs, and we're anticipating about $20,000 for unit number 2 downstairs. So a total of $65,000. So we're into the transaction for $1,125,000. We just had the property appraised for $1,450,000. So we've built into ourselves $325,000 in equity. What?
The truck.
Yeah.
We own quite a few rentals in the valley, but here in LA, but we don't own any multifamily properties. This is our first one. So we're gonna kind of see how it goes. We're trying to self-manage it. You're typically paying, I don't know, around 10%. So rather than hiring a property manager, we have, through all like the real estate dealings that we do, you know, representing buyers and sellers and renovating properties ourselves, we have good relationships. I have a gentleman by the name of Todd who's a fantastic handyman type of guy. So he'll be fully on call for any issues that the tenants have. If it's under a certain amount, he just takes care of it. If it's above a certain amount, he'll ask for permission from us. And, you know, if it's like 2 a.m. or whatever that he gets a call, he's going to have to potentially address it, you know, in the middle of the night. And potentially, most of the things can wait up to 24 hours. But
now we passed the hard part, which is the city, you know, fixing all the items the city wants you to repair. I believe the hard part anyway. But now it's just communicating with the city to pay any fines or fees that are owed, and getting them to file the paperwork. And you know, City of LA doesn't move so fast like many.
But they don't give you a timeline. They just like,
They give you a rough time. So when we look at the total income versus expenses on the property, we'll be receiving $9,100 a month in rent. After expenses, which on this property for us is just gonna be insurance, water, and property taxes, it comes to roughly $2,100 a month in our estimation. So we're gonna be netting $7,000 a month. 7,000 times 12 is $84,000 a year. We're going to be into this, or we are into this property for $1,125,000. So that's roughly a rate of return of about 7.5% on our money per year. But with real estate, you get other things such as the built-in equity that we have of the roughly $325,000 based on the appraisal, plus the appreciation on the property. And then the other thing that a lot of people don't think about when buying real estate, which is the big thing, is depreciation. You can actually get and be able to depreciate the property each year, and that helps you save money on your taxes. So real estate's fantastic for those reasons and more. And this deal is a good buy and hold for us. Our plan is to hold this for the years to come, and potentially exchange it into a different property in a different location in the future. But for now, we're really happy with the location, the tenant mix. Everyone's really nice in the property, has been here a long time.
I like to say this is the kids' college fund. Love this.
That's a good purpose.
whenever you're ready.
Cars.
Oh, listen to you.
Hold for cars.
Oh, for sound.
I'm getting this entertainment world. So it's been, yeah.
I'm sorry, because they're REPA now, so it's 400
Yeah.
and 650.
Yep.
So once they're out of REPA.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, just the REAP thing, yeah.
Did you say that?
No, I will. So since the city, so since,